Okay, you're sitting in my Nissan Elgrand E51 Series 2. We've taken this Japanese MPV and we've turned it into a camper van. And in this video I'm just going to talk a little bit about the new stereo which I've fitted, which is the Pioneer AVH-A3200DAB. Which cost about £300. So this head unit here fits into a fascia, not the original fascia, so had to buy a new one of these and got this one off of Amazon for £56, and I then paid somebody to fit it for me. To get it to work, you also need to have a wiring loop which comes from Nissan Micra. You need to buy yourself a DAB aerial, which we can see up there on the windscreen. Seems to work very well. And you also need some brackets. I couldn't find any brackets. Took it to one auto engineer, electrician, who reckoned he could fit it, but actually struggled to do so. And ended up with a massive great big gap along the bottom here. I tried some universal brackets, they didn't work, and in the end I went to another guy who custom created some brackets for me. Now I think by custom created some brackets, I think what he probably did was he bent some strips of metal and screwed some holes in it, but actually it fits pretty solidly. There's no movement at all. I'm pretty happy with it. It's certainly a heck of a lot better than the sound quality of the original stereo, which was quite shaky, and in particular the radio was a Japanese radio, and that meant that you had a very limited part of the UK FM spectrum, so you could hear Radio 2 and not much more. I like this one because it's pretty solid. You've got physical buttons here which you can press, and you know, that I think gives more kind of comfort when you're driving. I don't like the idea of having to sort of grope around on a touch screen trying to find you know, the controls for the thing. It also works perfectly well with the controls on the steering wheel, so I can change the volume, I can shift tracks and so on. I can also make a call via the steering controls and use the little microphone which is situated up there. So that all works well, and really I think that's testament to the Micra wiring loom. It links everything up very nicely. I will post a link in the description below with the people I used in East London. I thought they did a really good job. They charged me 125 quid, including fabricating the brackets that I mentioned earlier. And for all that I'm suggesting that the bracket fabrication may not have been a great deal, the fact remains the first people we went to couldn't do it at all. So they did a good job. They were a pleasure to deal with. They spent a bit of time you know, setting the thing up for me and talking about how it works. I'm also pretty comfortable with this fascia. I think it feels like it's good quality. There's no sort of sense in which it's a sort of a rattly piece of plastic that looks like it will break. If you are fitting one of these to an E51, you need to check which model you've got, and in this particular case the significant thing is the placing of the hazard lights. If they're down here, then that means you've got a Series 2 and you need the Series 2 fascia. If they are elsewhere and you've got a kind of circle up here somewhere, then you've got a different one and you need to buy the other fascia, and they're definitely not compatible one with the other, so important to get that one right. All in all, I'm very happy with this little stereo that we fitted. The total cost of buying the stereo, all of the different gubbins and the fitting was £525. Seems like quite a lot to me. Certainly you could do it cheaper, but given you're going to have to pay for all of the fascia, the wiring, the aerial, possibly some brackets if you can find the brackets, and if you don't want to do it yourself, also the fitting. Actually, paying a little bit extra, paying about £300 for the unit itself, seems to make sense to me. I know that other people will spend thousands of pounds on these things, and equally you can spend under £100 if you want to. For me, somewhere in the middle made sense. I think it adds to the car, gives me something better. It integrates with the phone very well. It works with Google Maps, so although I don't get to see the map on the screen, the map will play on the smartphone, and then we'll link through with the audio, so music will dip when the map directions come out. The whole thing works very smoothly and easily, and I like it a lot.